Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I broke a nail today, so please excuse that. But I am actually going to make a video before I work out, because if you watched my last video, then you would see that I was completely out of breath, and I bet you guys were like, girl, like, come on. So I'm gonna be talking to you guys while I actually drink my pre-workout. Just some thoughts that I was having, because I think my last video helped some people out, so I'm just going to continue to share my own journey, and hopefully it helps you guys if you're going through anything. So that's why I am making this video. But again, I am in my garage gym. We are currently in the process of moving, which is honestly crazy, and I think that's definitely something that I'm going to discuss later as well, because that's a crazy connection that God had with me. But I kind of just wanted to tell you guys how I'm feeling today, because I went to Bible study yesterday and I was feeling really good, and had a great meeting with the women for Bible study, and it was amazing. And then I woke up this morning with like, it felt like I literally like had a lot of weight on me. Really don't know how to describe it to you. I just felt like my heart felt very heavy. I kind of can't put it into words, but I just kind of felt kind of down. And the thought of going to church today, like actually in person, because I did go last Sunday and I absolutely loved it. Normally I do attend church online just because I did just have a baby, and so honestly any type of rest that I could possibly get, I do that. And also on the weekends are my only time with her, really. So of course, I'm sorry if it picks up a lot of sound in here. On the weekends are the most time that I have with her, so I like to be selfish with that time and really spend time with her. I did want to go to church again. I did like the environment of actually going to church, and I felt very positive, and it made me feel very motivated to continue on this journey. But this morning, the first thing that came to mind was imposter syndrome, and I really didn't know anything about it. I don't know why that came to mind. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but I just really felt like, am I ready to be in church? Am I taking all the steps to actually be a member of a church? Am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? Am I worthy of going to a church? All these thoughts came to mind, and I really was down on myself today, just because there's a lot in life. Like, necessarily, I'm not saying I did bad things, but there's a lot of things in life that I, of course, have talked to God about. Like, I've come a long way with how I am now, but I've had a lot of toxic friendships, not saying anything on their part of, like, I also, I played a huge part. And of course I took it up with God, and I do forgive people, and I've learned to just let go of situations. I think that people are truly meant to be in your life for a season, and I think that builds the character that you become. I believe that people are here to teach us lessons, and we are also here to teach them lessons as well. So I don't take anything for granted. I've come a long way, and these people in my life and these situations that I've gone through, I know that that's brought me to where I am today, and I am thankful. Granted, I wish that I did handle situations differently, and I did handle relationships differently, but I'm grateful for where I am today. So I am thankful for the way life has planned out. But of course those things came to mind this morning whenever I was just feeling kind of guilty of, am I worthy of God's love? Because these are the things that I've done, or these are the things that I've gone through. Am I taking the right steps to become a member of a church? Am I, and all these things. And I tried to kind of research imposter syndrome, just because I didn't really know what it was about. But I do want to share with you guys. I brought my iPad out here just in case if you are going through this too. I just want to read you some stuff, because I did text my best friend about it. And so I kind of just want to, like, if you're going through it, I want to guide you. So listen, I'm also, fun fact about me, I'm blind as a bat, so I'm putting my glasses on, so excuse that. Some things that I want to tell you is what I've learned from researching this is imposter syndrome comes when you're stepping into the vision God has for you. Imposter syndrome doesn't visit when you're comfortable. It's crazy. The connection's crazy because, again, and I'm gonna say, and somebody did comment on my video and they caught this, God is very intentional. And I've been on this journey with God. Again, I'm gonna say, like, I've always, been a believer of God. I've always, had God in my life. But this is the first time to where I'm actually spending time in scripture and actually spending time with God and trying to better myself and trying to actually follow God and really accept God into my life. So, imposter syndrome, let's read that again. Imposter syndrome comes when you're stepping into the vision God has for you. Imposter syndrome does not visit you whenever you are comfortable. So again, like my last video, us humans, we're very creatures of habit. We like to be comfortable. We don't like change. We like just what we like. And whenever we're stepping out of our comfort zone, obviously it makes us uncomfortable. It's unknown, it's new, we don't know what to expect. So imposter syndrome is that uncomfortable feeling, but you're stepping into the vision that God has for you, which I was like, oh, wow. Here I am thinking I'm not worthy of God's love, but I'm just stepping into the new life that He has for me. Okay, so the next point is imposter syndrome is a compass. So if you feel it, it is a sign that you're stepping into a space your past self only dreamed about. Your capacity to do more, attract more, get more, and holding more is expanding. I want to tell you guys, I have always felt, and I think that I went over this in my last video as well, I have always believed that God's purpose for me is to help people and to bring light to situations that people are struggling with. Like, my biggest event in life so far is having a baby. I never would think possible, and still to this day I cannot believe that I'm a mom, but it is literally the most beautiful thing on this planet. I can't believe I'm here, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Now, I think that's when everything clicked for me, because whenever I've always made content, but I never really had a purpose of my content. I never had an audience that I was targeting to. I never had that. So whenever I had my baby, my focus or my audience became women going through pregnancy, and the biggest thing is postpartum. I believe that I'm an advocate for postpartum. Just because a lot of women don't talk about it. I think it's becoming more common now to talk about, but I never knew anything. Going through postpartum and even going through pregnancy, no one shared anything with me other than what my best friend, like, she would tell me her experience and her journey with it. But other than that, no woman in my life has ever discussed that with me. So I knew that postpartum is the hardest thing a woman could go through. I'm not saying it is, or not taking away from anything that anyone's going through, but postpartum, it's definitely a mental and physical struggle. And whenever I was going through it, I was like, I'm gonna share this because I know there's a lot of women out there that need guidance, need help, because maybe other people around them aren't discussing it or comfortable talking about it, which I understand. But I wanted to be that person for people. And especially the hardest struggle is getting back into fitness or getting back into the gym during postpartum. And that was the hardest thing, just because you want to be motivated and you want to have your old self back and you want to lose the baby weight. And it's not just a snap of the finger. It's not like that with any weight loss, but postpartum can be so mentally tricky that it inhibits you from getting into the gym. And so I wanted to try to be that motivation for people. So going back, that has always been my feeling of purpose. And so whenever I was going through postpartum, everything clicked of this is what God had planned for me. And, you know, gosh, I feel like I went off on such a big tangent that I don't remember what I was talking about. So stepping into a space that my past self only used to dream about. So that goes to show that whenever I say my purpose is to make content and to help people, I'm now stepping into a spot, you know, that I used to literally dream about. And that's finally what I'm doing. And I just feel like God's purpose for me is aligning. I have to put all my trust into it, like deep diving into my faith and really feeling God and trying to connect with Him. Then this hits and it's like, gosh, am I deserving? Am I doing everything right to try to connect with God? Am I doing everything right to, you know, align with Him? Am I worthy? Am I deserving? And I feel like that's just kind of where I, you know, was today. But then reading all of that, I'm like, wow. So really summarizing it, whenever you feel imposter syndrome, it's because your life is changing. You are on the road and you are evolving. You're getting out of that comfort zone. You're getting out of your past self, and you are becoming and aligning with the plans that God has for you and the purpose that, you know, the purpose and the person that you want to be. So again, we're all used to being comfortable, and so this is getting out of that. And, you know, I really just hope that this video helped you. I'm not editing, so literally I feel like God is like the motions that I'm going through, I'm literally just making a video and then that's it. Like, I'm not editing. I don't care what I look like. I'm sitting in my gym. 2 videos ago, I was literally sitting in here just crying because I was going through like the worst postpartum episode, and something was just like, record, get it out. I hope it helps. So I obviously, like I said in my last video too, I'm very new. If you have any knowledge, please feel free to comment down below, because I am learning and I would love to hear your input. I hope this video reaches whoever it's supposed to. I hope that this video helps whoever it's supposed to. But don't give up. If you feel discouraged, it's just because you're changing. It's just because you're changing. You are worthy. You are deserving. You got this. Just keep going. Connect with God, spend time in prayer. I need to actually prioritize studying the Bible. I feel like I get so comfy on the couch with my phone, and dang, I really should be studying the Bible right now. I need to spend time with God. So that is something that I'm working on. But as soon as I feel a video like a need to film, I'm gonna sit down and film. But I hope this video just reaches whoever it's supposed to, and I hope that you guys just keep going. Subscribe. My channel's taking a huge turn, so yeah, like I feel like I'm literally evolving as a person spiritually and just all of the above. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I keep it short and sweet. Again, like, I'm not editing, so I'm sorry if I said a whole lots of likes and ums and everything, because this was just right off the whim. But I hope that this helped and you got this, and just keep going. So thank you guys.